when you got dreams closer than imagine. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They can't take it to 10. Hey.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Houston Texans. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Here's McCord. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Only 4 yards on that gain, but, you know, a lot of people would say that's like getting 9 in normal circumstances since this was 1st and 5.
Yeah, now your playbook's wide open here, 2nd and very short.
Yeah, I still don't think that you can count it in the stats that way at contract time.
No, it still goes down as 4, not 9. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's got room. A big run there. 29 yards and a first.
Hey, we haven't been around the entire time football's been played, but we have studied our history, and there have been some great backs who've been accused of running out of bounds to protect themselves. Well, back in the day, many people didn't like that. But nowadays, take care of the football, show some intelligence, live to fight another down.
This is it. 219. Check. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Slam. And up.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so When they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. They'll run it with Johnson, and he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Duke Johnson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. They go play fake. Mahomes. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Looking downfield for Kelsey. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives him the 1st.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Mahomes firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson, and the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. He was looking for Watkins that time.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Frank Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Set. 19. Number 15. You get
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they work this out past the 25. The end result, 21 yards.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
First down, a run with Hyde. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Tackle made there by Frank Clark. That now brings up a very interesting identical situation on third down.
Yeah, people couldn't see us on camera, but I love how you motioned to me like, throw the ball. This is a great shot to take it. Second and short. Maybe take a big shot downfield. Instead, they ran it. Didn't work out for them very well. They should listen to you, partner.
Now Watson, and that is incomplete. So possession one ended in 6. Possession 2 likely going to end in a punt.
And that's okay. They've just got to get back to what they worked on in the opening drive and continue to make a few adjustments along the way. It won't be exact because the defense will make a few adjustments themselves. Just get back to your game plan.
Let's go, boys. Bring it over. First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On second down now, it's McCoy, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Mahomes looks to throw on third down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll run it with McCoy. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Yellow. Okay, just like that. Just like that. Easy.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, the killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Got his man complete over the middle. It's McCoy. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. The quick slant caught. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. McCoy, the lone man in the backfield on 2nd and goal.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Attack, attack.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. After the interception, here's Watson. And his throw here's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition in practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down, Texans.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
15. Come back.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Here's Johnson. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run it with Johnson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 31.
On first down, Hyde, and he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the air now with Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Darren Fells, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And it's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any point. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Whitney merciless. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing now is Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's to his running back, complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. this here as he's taken down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
That's right. That's what I do.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Looking deep now for McCoy. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there just before halftime. 54 yards. That pass was heavily defended on 3rd down, but you know what? He's one of the best in the league at body control, and he showed you why there.
So what that tells you is that the guy throwing...
And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett, he's got a man, complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Fells has it, left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
From the red zone now, Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins. As the first half is winding down, and the Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So after the penalty, we'll have one final untimed play here before halftime. A final shot before break. Moore. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Following the penalty, it's Hyde. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Throwing on second and long. Watson. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. He gets it left side to Johnson. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. Rashad Breeland, the one that got him down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
From the gun on third, Watson. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There was nothing available there for him.
No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I'll guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use him a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On second down, it's McCoy, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Aaron Colvin there to make the tackle. From the gun on third down, Mahomes. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off on the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 6, Mahomes. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
They'll run on first down. McCoy. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Mahomes going to throw. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 14. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Hey, 43, 15.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Now Mahomes stepping up. He'll try and run. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Johnson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. Now Hyde. Chris Jones on the stop. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Darren Lee there to get him down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Here's Watson to throw on 3rd down. Finding fouls complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead. But I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Lonnie Johnson, the rookie out of Kentucky. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Watkins, the intended receiver. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. From the 50, it's Watson. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Mahomes now to throw. Flushed out right. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawk.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Whitney merciless in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. On target over the middle to Hill. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
Set. 19. Go. 24. Rush it.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
Our time. It's our time. Check nickel.
24.
Check. Check.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
Watson on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. And it's
Set.
3rd down.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
And they will take a knee here.
Watson on the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up 4th down.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week? And now here is another interception. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being